Hi muckers, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to have a very low energy video and we are just going to talk and listen. If you're here for it, you're here for it and I appreciate it. If you're not, I get it, and I will be back with high energy videos tomorrow. But for tonight, I really want to talk and I really want to film, but I'm not really feeling the best, so I just kind of want to talk instead of feeling like I'm performing. You know what I mean? Like I like quick delivery, I like fast delivery, I like energetic delivery. But I'm gonna be honest. I've shared that I have really bad health recently. Like I'm in hospital for checks and stuff like that all the time, and I haven't really been updating you because I like keeping it more positive. And whenever I keep it more positive online, I feel more positive. Um, but I was at a Halloween party tonight, and I think I was there for like an hour or something, and I just started feeling really sick, and the more I like push myself to do stuff, the more sick I feel. So I just came home. I know, the most exciting night ever. But I just wanted to come on here and talk because I love what I do and I love just having conversations with people and I love the comment sections, and specifically recently, I don't know if you feel it, but I don't think I've ever been as engaged in my community as what I have been. Um, like people have been making a joke. They're like, "Oh, Adam is like responding to every single comment, or Adam is liking every single comment." And I'm genuinely going through them. I'm spending all my time on my channel recently. I'm really loving it. So I hope you're here for it. But today I just kind of wanted to talk about Trisha, and now I want to show you something before I get into it. I dressed up today as Victor from Corpse Bride. I actually got a Emily tattoo today, if you can see it. I'll show you it in better detail soon, don't worry. But anyway, I dressed up as Victor today, and here's what it looked like. I feel like I pulled it off pretty well, honestly. But I got a bunch of tweets from people quite quickly after I dressed up, and they were like, "Oh, you need to check this out." Trisha literally dressed up as Emily, who I got the tattoo of, and also like my partner. So some things are meant to be, and I honestly think that that was a true calling and a moment of awakeness that me and Trisha Paytas are in fact soulmates, and we will be married in the next life because someone obviously wants it. I'm joking, by the way. Oh my god, before people literally are like, "Oh my god, Adam's like the biggest Trisha fan," or "Adam is obsessed with Trisha," or "Adam wants to marry Trisha." I know y'all motherfuckers are out there. No, but I just thought it was funny that we went as the similar costumes. But whenever I saw that, I went on Trisha's Twitter, and Trisha really doesn't tweet that much these days. Ever since the last H3 falling out, Trisha was like talking and engaging in it for a while, and then it kind of hit a brick wall where Trisha seemed to have got too much, and Trisha really only tweets out video links now, and that's the most engaging you'll really see Trisha Paytas on her social medias, which is very interesting because Trisha is taking the approach online of, on TikTok specifically, that, people have tried to cancel me and people are trying to get rid of me, and I'm never going to leave. I'm a veteran on this platform and I'll never stop uploading. I'll never stop engaging with my audience. And actually, that's not the truth, because if you really look at it, this is the first time that Trisha isn't engaging with her audience and isn't really that into it. Like, yeah, you're uploading 17 videos a day, but you're not tweeting. You're not on your Facebook. You're not really putting posts out there that like you're reacting to the response or anything other than people who are willing to pay you. And what I mean by that is Trisha Paytas currently has, you can go on her channel and pay for a channel membership, and that's the only way that you'll be able to engage with Trisha right now. So it almost seems like Trisha was taking this H3 drama falling out as like a blessing in disguise to be able to fucking milk it for who wants to see me? Well, you're gonna have to pay me this amount of money. And Trisha has like different tiers that you can pay for like live streams. And my favorite thing is you can pay two different amounts. One is significantly higher than the other, just monthly, almost like a Netflix subscription, but just for Trisha Paytas, like one take videos. Right. I don't know how rich you have to be able to just throw money away like that. I know I would never do that. And I even talk about this shit. I'm like, if it's important enough, it'll leak, which it does. But basically, there's two tiers, and the first tier is a live stream for like 10 minutes. And then the other tier, which is the most expensive one, is a live stream for like 30 minutes or something. So if you want to pay, you'll get a little bit of Trisha. But if you want to pay, then you'll get a lot of Trisha. And if you think about that, it's definitely interesting because Trisha has gloated in the past about how successful her OnlyFans is. And it really seems like Trisha has stopped promoting OnlyFans and also just kind of jumped off it. And now Trisha says that they're still in the top percentage and they're still earning X amount of money on OnlyFans and stuff like that. And I hate to say it, I don't mean to sound like a hater or speculating, but this is speculating. I don't think Trisha's OnlyFans is as successful as what Trisha says. In the most polite way, I think it has always been people buying Trisha's OnlyFans to kind of see it for shock value and then never resubscribing. And that sounds really mean and it kind of is mean, but I don't mean it in that way. I just mean even Trisha has acknowledged that like they do the most bizarre shit on there. So I feel like people subscribe to see Trisha's OnlyFans and then, don't really need to pay it per month again. Why would they? You know what I mean? So I really think that the OnlyFans is probably not as successful as what we were told, which is why maybe there's a channel membership now. Like, why would there be a channel membership? Why would that be needed? You know what I mean? So I just want to say that whenever I was going through all these different things with Trisha, in the past, coming out as transgender, coming out as a chicken nugget, saying racist slurs, saying stuff that pisses off the LGBTQ plus folk, stuff that affects just all these different things with Trisha, right? In all of these scandals, Trisha has never once jeopardized her connection with her subscribers. And this is the first time that Trisha's doing it. And I really don't understand why she's doing it because it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, even in the dramas with H3, Trisha has always tweeted loads, put a lot of Instagram stories up, and always just allowed the hate to come, took it and said that you'll never cancel me. Now Trisha's taking that same you'll never cancel me, but is gone. You can't contact her. So something is different with this time around that it's actually affected Trisha Paytas's business because clearly there's something different here. Now, people were bringing up and they were saying this is not what I was thinking I was going to talk about in this video, which is interesting that I'm going down this rabbit hole. I've been seeing a lot of people, and I will do a video on this in the future, but just to kind of let you know what I'm thinking about right now, people were talking about they're starting to see a shift in Moses, and they're starting to see a shift in their relationship. And I was like, I think people are looking into it too much. Like, y'all are definitely doing the most. You know what I mean? Like, I get we don't like Moses, we don't like Trisha, we're overanalyzing. I get it. But then I was looking into it and I was like, interesting. Moses is putting up with a lot with Trisha, and Trisha is putting up with a lot of backlash for defending Moses and even just being with Moses at this stage. Is it possible that everything is going to change once they get married? Once they get married, Moses's how do you fucking pluralize that? Moses's Moses's Moses Moses's life is going to completely change. Trisha's life is going to completely change. And if I'm correct, I'm pretty sure their marriage provides so much, documentation for both of them and is American citizenship for Moses. Is it the most bizarre theory in the world that once they get married, their relationship is going to completely change? Like, it's almost like Moses is marrying with a purpose, and Trisha is marrying with a purpose that is, as sad as it sounds, to get married, to have a wedding, to make that next step. Even if it's with someone that Trisha is getting the worst backlash of her entire career over just defending. We are having all of these ex girlfriends or even just ex people that have talked to Moses coming forward speaking about him. And it's really damaging for H3H3 because there's a lot of, are they going to speak about it? Are they not? And it's incredibly damaging for Trisha because people are like, you were an essay victim's voice, and now you're the one trying to silence those same people. It was like picking and choosing and very situational that you cared. And I think that's, oh my god, this video is going down a completely different rabbit hole than what I literally was gonna film a video on Trisha's fucking motivational videos and like why Trisha's channel has turned into like this spiritual channel that Trisha is like trolling, whatever. Like, I was literally was not planning on going down this. Um, you know what I mean? But where I'm at right now with all of this is that Trisha, in my opinion, is scared. I know I was going through three different like tangents and stuff there. In my opinion, Trisha is scared. Trisha spent a long time last year criticizing a lot of YouTubers, all of whom have came back to YouTube successfully. Trisha is now on the flip side, on the receiving end, and has no one really to back her up anymore. I just wanted to say that. But going back to the girlfriend speaking up, Trisha was once someone who had credibility within the essay victim side of the internet. A lot of people would say that, I don't like Trisha Paytas. Trisha Paytas pisses me off. The trolling is too much. However, I appreciate that she's giving a voice to victims. I appreciate that she's willing to speak with victims. I appreciate she's willing to call out people for, harming underage people or harming just people. And it's really disappointing that Trisha has ruined her reputation, credibility for something as serious as essay, which makes me think, does that not mean something more is going on? Because do we think that Trisha is so deeply in love with Moses that she is ruining her entire career over it? Or is there something more going on? There's so many unanswered things that no one is really talking about. There's a lot of, here's these text messages of Moses and girls, right? There's a lot of, here's text messages of Moses making fun of Trisha. There's a lot of Moses being accused of the most unthinkable acts. Through all of it, Trisha is not speaking up. And it's like, is Trisha just ignoring it for the sake of ignoring it? Is Trisha ignoring it because there's something deeper going on? Is Trisha ignoring it because she believes Moses? Is Trisha ignoring it because there are so many endless things? Trisha has went off on people, specifically public figures, for way less than what Moses has already done to Trisha. Trisha ruined Shane last summer for him talking bad about her on text. Fair, warranted. I completely get where she's coming from. If my friend did that, you know what I mean? I would be so angry. I would have done exactly what she would have done. However, her fiance has also done the exact same thing allegedly with all these text messages we're seeing of him making fun of Trisha, talking about their sex life, talking about doing stuff with other, like, allegedly all this, right? Why is Trisha silent about it? Does Trisha so desperately find Moses so appealing that all of that goes out the window? Is this one of them true love situations? Or true delusion situations? I just don't get it. Everyone's talking about so many things with Trisha right now, but no one is talking about, like, just what is going on. This is the only time we've seen this happen with Trisha where nothing makes sense. And now nothing makes sense with a lot about Trisha, but it's like there's almost too much on the line. Is Trisha going to publicly promote, hype up the wedding with Moses? Someone who, whenever only she can mention in a video, and the video gets dislike bombed because people are like, please don't bring up Moses, like it's triggering, or please don't bring up Moses, like you haven't addressed this. Like, how is Trisha going to navigate spamming the internet with her wedding with Moses? How is that going to go down? Like, are we understanding that none of this is making sense and none of it is, like, even being, like, professionally managed? There's no damage control going on here. Like, Trisha's not doubling down against Moses, doubling down in support of Moses. Trisha's just ignoring it. And whenever the stories are as bad, coming out as frequent as they are, H3, like Ethan and all, are believing the victims, and then that's adding pressure to, like, speak up in Moses' defense or against him. Like, how are you ignoring this stuff? And, like, Trisha and Moses post that they're, watching movies and spending all this time together, and it's like, and it's, they're talking about it. You know that that's probably what they spend most of their time talking about and looking and finding on the internet. And it's like, damn, you gotta give it to Trisha for someone who's never been able to keep her mouth shut. Like, she's really keeping her mouth shut for something that really she shouldn't at all, but she's managing to. But what is the reason? Is it something really bad that we're gonna eventually hear about? Or is it just that this is Trisha's soulmate? I think it's all bullshit. I think it's all incredibly weird. I just I I have a little desk right now and I'm trying to assemble it. It's for my laptop, so I'm like a desk on my bed. This is so cool. I don't get it. And it's like when that wedding day comes around and it's posted about on social media, are other YouTubers congratulating Trisha on the wedding? Are H3 acknowledging the wedding? Is Trisha really acknowledging Moses? Or is it like Trisha's being like, it's my wedding day, I'm getting married, here's my wedding dress, I said my vows, like, me, 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 me. Because it could be, and I'm not even saying that as a joke, it could be as a way of, like, taking the attention away from the person she's marrying. But I was talking with someone. This is what I want to, like, go on a little story about. So, I was in London 3 days ago, and I was in the station. I had a bagel. Just for a little bit of context, I had a bagel, I had a coffee, cappuccino, oat milk, a little bit of chocolate on top. It was fabulous. I was sitting down, and this girl comes up to me. And she goes, oh my god, you're Adam. Like, I've seen your videos, whatever. And I was like, oh, thank you so much. And normally whenever that happens, I will stand with someone for like a couple minutes. I'll talk to them. I'll kind of ask them, what videos they watch, what other YouTubers they watch. Just like pleasant conversations. It's really nice meeting people in person. However, I had some time until my train. And so me and this person were having a really interesting conversation about Trisha. And they basically ended up sitting beside me, and we started talking about this full situation. And they said to me, Adam, my friend doesn't keep up with the drama, but they know that Moses is not a liked person. And I, from that moment, have been messaging my friend Kat about it. And I'm like, oh, if you really think about it, between Reddit, H3 comment section, Trisha's comment section, people are so aware at this stage that there's at least, even if Moses is the best person in the world, there is enough speculation about his character now that it seems like almost the worst thing that Trisha Paytas could professionally do at this point is get married to him. And now, Trisha may genuinely love this man, but I believe deep down Trisha Paytas is a very smart businesswoman. And Trisha was given the chance of a lifetime with the redemption arc. And what a redemption arc it was. And Trisha says that, I didn't even want the redemption arc because I shouldn't need a man beside me for people to listen to me. And I don't think of it like that. I think the Frenemies podcast was the success it was because it was Ethan and Trisha together. I don't think it was because Trisha was together with a man. I don't think it was because Ethan was together with Trisha. I think they provided very interesting conflict, very interesting conversation that's coming back to bite them in the ass. But with that being said, Trisha was going down such a great career path, and the common denominator problem seems to be one of the people involved, who I'll not say because I don't want to direct this conversation too much towards that person, but we're aware of who it is. MOS. Yes. So from that moment, people were saying that, Ethan was the problem one. Ela might have been, causing conflict, not liking Trisha and not wanting, her brother to be with Trisha. And if you think back to all the stories that we were hearing and all the stories that we're seeing now, it seems like there was always the problem person, or always someone who, maybe wasn't getting on with Ethan, or maybe wasn't getting on with Ela, and Trisha was able to relate to them on that some weeks. And it unfortunately ties down to the fact that, first of all, it's like family working together, but between Ela and Moses. And it's like, again, I think that Trisha knows how to troll. I think Trisha knows how to work the internet, and that is a great thing to be able to do. Not many people are able to do it, and I think Trisha Paytas is one of the few who can do it, where it keeps you guessing, keeps you entertained, and I think that that's rare to get, and Trisha has done it for the past 10 years, and it almost seems like Trisha has given up. And maybe the love is that deep. And I want to ask you a question. I'm going to end this off in a question. And now I really do need to say that this video went down a completely different route than what I thought it was going to go down. This just felt so natural talking. So I'm sorry for going off topic and just talking. I'll do another one where I'm more to the point of what I wanted to make, because I really do want to do that as well. But true love. If you've ever been in love, please let me know what lengths you go to. Because I'm trying to put myself in Trisha's position. If I have found my true love in Moses, which is making me and my decisions for the past 6 months make sense. I've never been in love, ever. And it's hard for me to grasp that someone could risk so much professionally, personally, family, friends, for a lover. However, I know that it happens. And I'm basing that off of movies. When you find your lover, you'll do anything for them, right? If you've ever been in love, do you understand the reasoning or how Trisha's acting? Or are you still I've been in love, but I could never do what Trisha's doing? I'm really interested. I really, really, really am interested. I just sucks that I've never been in love to like be able to like compare, but we'll not go there because it seems that's the only thing that can justify this. The other thing is that it's so much bad publicity that it's great for Trisha's business. I mean, the views aren't really there, but I guess people are continuing to talk, and it's a new era of Trisha. I hate to put bad juju out there, but it's insane how much the parallels between Trisha and Moses' relationship to me now resembles Trisha and Jason near the end when it was starting to get really toxic online, really toxic in person, and a lot of like Trisha, voicing how great her and Jason were getting on, and then it just ended. And it's weird how parallel that is. And it's me. The thing is, I'm saying it now. If Trisha and Moses ever broke up, Trisha will experience such a surge in popularity again. Trisha will take every opportunity to make expose videos on Moses and also videos saying that Moses was the reason that Trisha fought with Ethan, ended frenemies, fought with Ela, called Donna a bitch. All these things can be blamed on Moses. And even if Moses was the reason for it, even if Moses was like begging Trisha or forcing Trisha to do all these things, it's like too late. But Trisha would be able to get out of it all. Trisha has done this in the past, using other people as a way of jumping out of scandals, jumping off into a new thing. And I really feel like Moses is the perfect, perfect, perfect excuse for everything that's went wrong. Everything that's went wrong, I think, can be blamed on Moses. And again, I'm not putting anything out there, and I wish them the best. But it's almost scary how much I can see the videos, how much I can see the tweets, how much I can see the TikToks, how much I can see the. Oof. And it begs the question, when that happens, right? Oh, sorry, not when that happens. If ever that happened, how do you think H3 are going to respond to that? Like, how do you think Ela and Ethan would respond to Trisha apologizing, pleading even, and saying that Moses was forcing them to do all this stuff, or they only acted in this way because Moses was telling them that Ela was doing this or Donna was doing this, whatever. Again, I'm not saying any of this will ever happen in our lifetime. Ever. But if it ever was, we're speculating for funsies, nothing more. Would Ethan and Ela be accepting of it? Depends how much they hate Moses. Depends how much they hate Moses. But by that stage, the final point. Are you ready? It's the microphone. How are the audience going to respond to that? How are the audience going to respond if Trisha and Moses start, marriage, family, this continues on? Because it just seems like a steady decline, in my opinion. Or the other side, which we just talked about. Are the viewers going to take Trisha's side, or are the viewers just going to watch for the sake of watching? Because I think everyone will watch, because the frenemies crowd will watch, the people who really just kind of tuned in to Trisha will watch, the drama people will tune in, friends of Trisha will tune in. Everyone will be tuning in. Like, there will be movie premieres for this shit. Literally. Trisha will be touring the globe premiering these videos on YouTube. But will it be worth it? Because recently, been jeopardizing a lot. Oh my god, this video was so weird. This was literally like one of my favorite videos to film because I was like thinking on my feet. None of that was planned. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate you just chilling here. Wow, that was like I feel like I've just filmed like 10 podcast episodes. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. I really want to know your opinion below, so please let it all out. I love you. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I appreciate your time. Bye.